Hello everyone. Today we're going to learn the daily Tanya for Yud Tishrei Tafshin Pehe, Erev Sukkot. So we spoke last time about how people would go to all sorts of rebbes, people to intercede for them, to pray for them, whenever they had some sort of problem regarding something in the island, in the world. And the Alter Rebbe he's very bothered by this, and he says we've never seen this before. And we had a question yesterday where we see that there's all the time in Shas, Chachamim constantly, well, not constantly, but Chachamim don't shy away from giving business advice. So I asked my Rav, Rav Aaron Ber Segal, and he explained to me that the Lashon of the Alter Rebbe is a little bit tricky, but the point that he's trying to make is not that Chachamim don't have any knowledge of worldly things. Of course they do. The issue is that they, or at least it is not right to go to them for intercession. Right? You can go to them for advice, but when something goes wrong, to go to them for intercession, saying, "Oh no, you take care of this spiritual matter. I'm gonna do my thing." That's not the right way to do it. And so we're gonna continue talking about that today. But I'll tell the truth to those who will listen. For it is love, in this case a false love, which, how can you say, it sort of causes us to maybe not think straight. והנה כסות עיניים, and it covers the eyes, שלא לראות האמת, so as to not see the truth. מרוב אהבתם לחיי הגוף, for these people's love of the life of the body, לשם שמיים, לעבוד בו את השם, ברשפי אש ושלהבת גדולה מאהבת, ושלהבת גדולה. Right? So he's saying that this love, of course, that the Hasidim have for their sort of worldly life, it should be made clear this is not just love of the good life, living it up, right? These are during the times of Napoleon and the Napoleonic Wars, and these were not particularly good times uh, economically in terms of worldly affairs. But he's saying that the issue is that the means becomes an end in itself, whereas we want to have a healthy and functioning sort of worldly life so that we can serve God to the greatest extent, right? The more, if we're healthy, if we're, able to be physically active, we can serve God better. If we have wealth, we can use that to serve God. The issue is when this goes from being a means to serve God, it becomes an end in and of itself. And he says that this love becomes greater, it becomes greater than the love for itself, the love for God himself. ועל כן היטב חרה להם בצער הגוף חס ושלום, והשם ירחם. And that's why, these people are so bothered, they're so troubled by the detriment to their worldly life because of the opportunities to serve God that are missed out by that. And God should have mercy on them. ואין יכולים לקבל כלל, and they can't properly think, עד שמעבירם על דעתם, and they're completely sort of lose all sense of proportion, to the point where they go from city to city, לכתת רגליהם מעיר לעיר, לשאול עצות מרחוק. So they go to all these rabbis and they want some sort of magical fix, some sort of prayer, some sort of I think that you hear about a lot in quote unquote Hasidic stories where the Rav gives them a piece of paper or an herb, and that solves their problem, sort of magic solution. ולא שאו אל השם לשוב אליו ברוח נמוכה והכנת הגוף, לקבל תוכחתו באהבה, כי את אשר יאהב השם יוכיח, וכולי. So what he's saying is that the correct response would be to accept with love and with grace the difficulties that we see in our life, and to then move to improve our ways and to return to God, to do tshuva, to repent. This is, of course, undeniably very, very difficult, but that is not out of the ordinary for the Alter Rebbe. His demands upon us are always to the utmost. He will not settle for anything less, and that just shows you the kind of standard that is expected from a Jew, and especially from a Chassid. So that's all for today, and we'll continue the rest tomorrow. Take care.